How's it going, guys? Slippery Jim here. Welcome back to Sky Vaults. And in this episode, we will be unlocking a big mod. Actually, the first big mod, quotation marks, that I will have unlocked in this series. We are going to be unlocking today, but not just yet. We'll wait till we do a vault before we get into that. A couple of updates as well. I don't know if you guys remember, but I was wondering why I wasn't getting any catalyst fragments at all, even though I was hitting an absolute ton of wooden chests. And I figured it out, guys. I figured it out. So basically, you do not get any catalyst fragments at all from any modified crystal. And I've been running the Soul Flame to continue my ascension runs, which modifies the crystal. So because I was running all ascension vaults, they don't give any catalyst fragments at all, and they removed regular catalyst completely from the loot tables. So that's a bit of a problem if I want to continue my ascension runs, because I'm not going to be getting any catalysts, which I definitely want to get because we might need them to run one of our void themed vaults to get more echo, which we're definitely going to need. Anyway, that's just something I thought I would mention. The other thing is that now that we are at level 80, it means we can craft the next level of tools, which is the echoing tools. And these require 9 echoing ingots. And these echoing ingots, if we have a look in here, echoing. These echoing ingots, these require 8 echo gems and a black chromatic steel. Okay, so that's quite expensive, and I would definitely be going for it if it were not for the fact that the next and final level of tools is only 10 levels away at level 90 anyway, and these also require the same amount of echoing ingots. So, plus, by the way, if you're wondering about those ones, check out what you need for these. I'll see if I can find it. Hang on. Ingot. I don't think it shows here, but the recipe for these is basically the same amount of echoing ingots, plus you need I believe it's 8 pogs per 8 omega pogs per tool. So just think about that for a moment. That is absolutely insane. But then you've got the ultimate tool, right? So what I'm thinking is we're going to have to hold off on getting new tools for now. I've decided to wait till level 90, and then we can just get the max level anyway. So I did have a look at the jewels that I got, and I crafted a few extra in between episodes. And this is what I've got so far on my test tool here. So I'd like to get to at least 100% copiously, and I've left capacity on this to be able to do that if I get the perfect size 10 jewels with at least a 4% copiously on them. Plus I've got the Hydra Void on there, the max amount of reach, so that 2.5 is the cap for reach in the vaults, and it's got all the other stuff on there. But yeah, I think if we wait another 10 levels, it shouldn't take that long to get to 90. I mean, it's a lot of experience, but I think we can manage, especially if I run the burger a fair bit. Yeah, so I'm going to wait till level 90 to craft the next set of tools, because these ones are doing perfectly fine right now. I mean, I know I could get a little bit more loot and stuff if I had a better chest breaker. This is still the old black chromatic steel one, by the way. And my hammer does pretty good as it is. Obviously, these could be better, but I think they'll do fine until we get to 90, is what I'm saying right now. So what we're going to kick off the episode with today is we're going to grab our next vault crystal. And we are going to be running the Paradox Vault to kick things off with here. Look at that. That is so good. So good to see that automatically complete itself. So yeah, we're going to grab ourselves the, what is it? The seal of the Ordinator. Oh, hang on a second. What am I short on here? One of these? Let's get a few of these going. Seal of the Creator. Thought I'd run out of Vault Diamonds there for a second. Let's grab that out of there. Alright, slap that on there. So, again, I don't think the Paradox Vault drops Catalyst Fragments either, because it's technically a modified crystal. So, yeah, that's one of the things you can't get from the Paradox Vault. But anyway, we're going to go jump in there, and I do have the Lucky Goose trinket, plus I have the brand new Wendell's Hourglass that we got. So that's going to give us an extra minute and a half, I think it is. Two and a half minutes, even better. So we should have a reasonable amount of time here. We'll see how we go. I'm going to keep an eye on the amount of blessings we get and see if we're getting anywhere close to getting enough to complete the Paradox objective. It would be really cool if we could complete that at some point in the near future. Okay, so we're gonna head straight north. We got 20 minutes, guys. That's amazing. North, and then we're gonna head east. Hang on, no, we're not. Wait, have I gone the wrong way? I have totally gone the wrong way. These stupid Vault Dwellers threw me off. Anyway. North. As I was saying, I just wasted 30 seconds of my valuable time. But yeah, if we go north and then we go east. And we should hit the blacksmith room. And we'll hit this to start, then we'll hit the mine room, then we'll go down and do the other blacksmith, and we'll do the dragon room. Hit all of the omegas as quickly as we can. Just chuck that there. Man, these chests is crazy though. Let's just zap those guys. Let's hit all of these. I didn't bother with the treasure goggles because I don't think it's worth using a use of the trinket just for this. You know what I mean? Like, I think we'll find the chest regardless. Just makes it a little bit easier to spot them, that's all. Grab that. Get that one. Cool. Alright. So, stair time. I've completely destroyed these stairs. But we'll go downstairs. See if we can't get ourselves another trinket or two. Oh, so good, so good, so good. Very nice. Alright. I think that's just about it. Let's go up to the next level. Should start at the far end, I suppose. Otherwise, I'll accidentally vein mine the floor out. Get stuck. That bison fur carpet looks pretty cool. Alright, one up there. Gonna move fairly quickly here. Let's just keep going up. Very nice. that's about it for this room. Got this little gravel storage area, whatever this thing is. And then we just got up top. Up the stairs. Man, look at the damage. Alright, where are we up here? Let's get that one. Let's check down here. Probably just about it. Very nice. Okay, I think that's... Oh, there's a couple over there I missed. Can't have that. Precious loot. Okay. Let's get out of here. And we'll go back to the mine room. So we have to head west, then south at Falara here. 15 minutes left. Then we go west once we hit the portal room here. We should be at the mine room. We'll just go down and do like one or two levels here. I don't want to go too crazy with just due to the time situation. We'll just do like part of this level, then we'll go down to the next level and leave it at that. I don't think we've got any mining bounties at the moment. Just good to keep the gem levels topped up here, you know. We'll just do the bottom level. Okay, that's pretty much all we're going to do with the mine room today. So we just have to get out of here. We can find a way out. There we go. Where's the way out? We got to go up a level, I think. Okay, now we need to go east. That's south. We need to go east. And from here we go back to the portal room and then just straight south. And we go south, south 2, and then west 2. $11 minutes left. Okay, I'll grab that. Why not? And we have blacksmith number 2. Let's just see. So we got 39 and 23. We've actually got enough windage at the moment. Let's just go downstairs. Hit all of these. Not as many chests in this one so far. Yeah, definitely not as many. Still pretty juicy there. That's for sure. Let's go up here. Not that many in there. Grab those. Alrighty, let's go up the stairs. Trap chest, that sucks. Yeah, this one didn't have that many chests in it for whatever reason. Guess that's RNG for you. Maybe it had good loot though, as opposed to not so good. Alright, we'll check the guard towers real quick and then we'll move on. So we got to go east. East from here, and then we got to go east 2 and then south 2. Frosty blossom leaves, that's a new one. South 2, we should have 2 Idona rooms, and then we go west to the dragon. Getting a lot of vault dwellers chasing me here. That's fine. All right. Let's go. Try and get the bulk of these ones in the middle. Whoa, that was close. Don't blow up my coins. Damn, those are some big, thick piles right there. I'm liking that a lot. Doesn't seem to be that many mobs in here for some reason. Let's just keep going though. They can do some pretty nasty damage in this vault if I'm not careful. 6 minutes left. How are we doing for 15? So this room doesn't seem to give a lot of blessings. Blues we got 14. So we'd really ideally want to get at least 2 Omega rooms per god, except for the mine room, probably, to be able to guarantee being able to complete the objective. Getting quite the crowd chasing me now. I think we've got the bulk of it there. I'm kind of curious as to whether we could get some more chests from the regular room. So we might actually head back towards the starting room. So what we need right now is 31. We basically need quite a lot more greens. Quite a lot of greens. Let's just block these guys. Oh. Ah, I was too slow. God damn it. Ooh, nearly fell down. This is a yellow, doesn't really help as much. I think we've got a green north of the portal. We could try and hit that up. Should be the room after this one. See if we can do a bit of looting here with the 4 minutes we've got left over. I'll go downstairs. It's probably going to be super dangerous considering how extremely dangerous these mobs are at the moment. I can't take too many hits without getting killed. But we'll see how we go. If I do the old spawn everything in technique. These POIs are so juicy though. Okay, these guys are pretty slow. We can probably just avoid them. Let's hit these up. Very nice. That's all. Oops. I'll go get that one. So yeah, we're not getting any of the catalyst fragments, like I said, because this is a modified crystal. What we got up here? Nice. 2 minutes left. Go hit these ones. Yeah, get wrecked. Champion. So how many blessings are these giving me? Not very many at all. We got 22 still. These are pretty juicy though. Okay. Well, we got a minute left. I could do a bit more looting, I guess, but we've pretty much cleared out this room except for maybe one or two POIs there. We might just, let's see, we might just go back through. Let's just go back through. So that was an interesting little experiment there in terms of blessings. We definitely had enough Wendars, but we still didn't quite have enough. We're getting close. We got maybe half to 2/3 of the blessings for the other gods. I think we would have to get some more decent rooms to be able to get those blessings, because just hitting that one common room, it only gave me like 2 or 3 blessings, so unless I was just unlucky. It's not gonna cut the mustard or whatever you want to call it. I don't know where I'm going with that. Okay, I'm gonna delete, guys, and then we'll check out the loot and we'll talk about unlocking the first big mod of the playthrough. Okay, welcome back, guys, and we're going to check out the loot that we got. Now, keep in mind, this is just from the Paradox Vault, so I'll show you guys what we got. This is from a 20-minute run in the Paradox Vault. We got 2 trinkets, which is pretty awesome. We got 8 Echo, so that's pretty cool too, considering we only did like a tiny bit of the mine room. We got an absolute ton of carbon here as well. What else did we get? We got some vault gear as per usual, lots and lots and lots of vault bronze, etc. And we got quite a lot of gems there as well, always good. So let's see how much gold we got. I'm gonna flush, actually before I flush everything through, I guess we'd better get these out of here. I'll put the trinkets in here and we'll roll those in a second. I'm just gonna stash this stuff as well real quick. Put that in there. I thought that was a ghast for a second, but I'm pretty sure it was just my cat, Sam. Did sound like a ghast though. I hope a ghast didn't escape from my mob farm or something. That would be most unfortunate. Okay, let's grab the vault gear out of here real quick. There's always a ton of this from all the gilded chests that I hit, but it's one of them good problems to have. We're pretty comfortable for gear at the moment, so we'll just go through and I will roll all this. I'll come back and show you guys if we get anything worth mentioning, like Omega items and stuff like that. Alright, so I went through all of the vault gear, guys. There wasn't anything super great in there. There's a few items here I'll probably hang on to and may not even end up using, but there's one legendary trap disarm there. Yeah, I don't know. Whatever. Let's grab the rest of this stuff out of here, though. We are gonna roll these eggs real quick. We got parrots, we got sheep. Still looking for the elusive turtle egg. We got a mod box, and that gave us an ME drive. Pretty cool. And our 2 trinkets. So let's see what we got. There's still a few in here that I have not found. Prismatic feather being one of them. The crystal bowl there. Whatever this one is. We got the anchor. But they're really the only other ones that I haven't got already. So let's see what we get here. Ooh, we got the prismatic feather. That's pretty awesome. 22 uses. So this grants triple jump. Let's take these out. Put that in. So yeah, basically we can jump. We can jump twice in midair, which is pretty cool. That's very nice. Glad we got that one. And we get Tenos' necklace. So we do already have this one. This has 29 uses, which is pretty good. But we'll put that in the spares. We've actually got two extra ones of this. But that's pretty cool that we got that prismatic feather. That's actually a pretty good movement type of trinket to get. So we'll definitely put that up on the wall somewhere. Let's put these away. So this one is a blue. We'll probably find a spot up there for it. Let's grab a frame. Very nice. Very nice. We nearly got the full set. I think there's only 2 left now for me to get hold of. The crystal ball. And I think that adds ability power. Quite a lot. And we've got this. And we've got this. So that's actually 3 that we're still looking for. But I've been pretty lucky with those, I think. Okay, so the last thing for us to check out is how much gold we get here. Let's just flush this through. I did a pretty rushed job on the dragon room, but it'll be interesting to see how much gold we managed to get. I'm guessing we've still probably got about 90 to 100 gold, even in that couple of minutes, because I try to hit all of the chunky looking coin piles rather than spending time trying to get every last little coin. 70? Is it still going, or is it okay. 70's pretty good though. Keep in mind I didn't have my quantity trinket or anything like that. I actually want to keep a bit in my shulker box here. I keep borrowing gold out of there, and then I'm not going to have enough if I see something cool in a vault. So we got 80, we got 93 there. We probably will need a bit of gold for other things too, but there's some really cool stuff you can get in vendors. One thing in particular that I'm really hoping I can find, which is the Enigma chest scroll, because I think that's the only scroll apart from the treasure scroll I haven't been able to get hold of yet. They are pretty rare. Okay, it is time, guys, to look at unlocking a big mod for the first time in this playthrough. So when I say big mod, what I mean is the mods that are under the big mods category under researchers here. There's only 4 of these. There's thermal expansion, create, mechanism, and Britannia. And usually these are pretty big mods, but they've gutted a lot of the stuff out of these for this mod pack. I'll probably eventually get create, because one thing that I'm not going to be able to farm automatically is leaves, and I think create can help us get leaves. I could be wrong on that. I hope I'm not. Maybe I should research that a bit more before I decide to get create later on. But yeah, leaves is one thing that I have to get manually at the moment. Britannia is really, really good for a lot of stuff. Mechanism has some really incredible like power generation and stuff like that as well, but it's very involved. But what we're going to be taking out today is thermal expansion, and because this is the first of the mods I'm unlocking under this category, it's only going to cost 4 research stars, which is an absolute bargain. So yeah, let's craft 4 of these up. Bam. And we should be good. Grab those out of there. All right. So yeah, let's unlock thermal expansion. There it is. Adds rewards to mod boxes too, which is pretty cool. and we get a transmog, which is interesting. So let's have a quick look at the transmog. What does it look like? It's probably really weird looking. Thanks, thermal. Oh, okay. That's the helmet there. Oh, you know what it is? It's going to be like the power suit or whatever. Oh, like a power suit looking thing, I think. There's the chest piece. Pretty chunk. Oh, it's got a jetpack on it. I'm not a huge fan of the color. There's the boots right there. And there's the leggings. Okay. Yeah, I think we'll just stick with what we've got at the moment. I'm looking forward to unlocking some of these ones too eventually. But yeah, basically the reason that I'm unlocking thermal expansion is there's a bunch of stuff you can do to auto farm some resources that are going to be required in large numbers as we get into the higher levels, particularly ice. Even though I have my ice farm, I can only get like maybe, I don't know, like two or three stacks of ice, regular ice at a time when I go out there and harvest that. And sometimes the crystal could potentially be asking for like a couple of hundred of blue ice, which is extremely hard to get. It's basically 2 times compressed regular ice, if my understanding is correct. So yeah, it's gonna need something better. Also, it can produce stuff like snowballs. It can actually produce almost any plant, sort of similar to botany pots. But we pretty much have that under control with botany pots. I guess with thermal expansion, it would just crank out huge numbers really quickly with a good setup. So there's that. But the main reason I'm getting it is the ice production. We can also set it up for other stuff though, like producing stone, producing obsidian, and some of these things are kind of annoying to get as well. Like I would have to go in and just farm that from the raw vaults at the moment. We can also get gravel, sand, all that sort of stuff. You can double ore production, I believe, and some things like that. So there's a few things that we are going to need to get started with here with thermal expansion. So for instance, for us to make the ice and the snowballs, we would need a blast chiller, this thing here. So if we look at the recipe for this, let's see, there it is. We need some packed ice, we need some glass, no problems there. We need a redstone flux coil, which is this thing here. That's not going to be a problem either. One thing though that is a little bit tricky is these gear things. So these are Invar gears, and Invar is essentially an alloy. So you need a bunch of this stuff. And to get this stuff, you need to have essentially iron and nickel plus a fire charge to get your Invar ingots. So I think we only need the ingots, right? Yeah. So we don't need the dust at this point. So what we need to do is basically get a bunch of, what was it? I've forgotten already. Was it nickel? It was nickel and iron. So the iron is not a problem. We got tons of iron. I did go into the raw vaults between episodes to get some of these thermal expansion ores and cook them up as well. So we should have a few of these in here already. Let's just grab them out of here. Nickel. Let's grab some of that. And I think it's, yeah, we also need the charges too. So these I get from my piglin trading farm. In fact, we might go over there real quick and just grab any extras that are over there. Let's go over here. So these guys should be pretty much done. And there's a few fire charges in here, not a great deal. We'll grab this other stuff out of here while we're at it. pretty much all of the useful stuff. Okay, let's head back to the pyramid. And we'll chuck this stuff in here. Good way to get blackstone. Okay. So, I believe it was something like this. And that should give us the Invar ingots. So there's nearly a stack there. Let's just grab a stack of that stuff there. So we can chuck that in there now, and we can craft up the blast chiller. Get one of these happening. And two of these happening. And machine frame. So this is a little bit expensive, but it's not too bad. And that gives us our blast chiller. Cool. I think we'll only need an import bus. Oh, one thing I forgot to mention, guys. I actually set up these inscribers back here in between episodes, and these are all connected to what are they called? The pattern providers. So now I can auto-craft all these annoying calculation processes and circuits and stuff like that, which is really, really helpful because I still need to craft a lot of stuff with these, like for instance this. So we need a logic processor. Get that started. Export. So there's 2 export buses. For our snowball production, what we need is this thing here, the bowl cast. So we'll get one of those crafted up, hopefully. I think we might need some type of alloy for this, but we'll see. So this is made of bronze plates and magma cream. Now the bronze plates, we are going to need another machine for this. We're going to need the multi-servo press. So let's see what we need to make this one. Multi-servo press. So this is bronze ingots and Constantine gears. So these are new. We have not seen these before. We'll get the rest of the stuff here that we need. Block of iron, no problems. But how do we make bronze ingots? Well, basically, we need... What do we need? Bronze blend? It doesn't look like there's an easy way. We need bronze blend. So it's copper and tin. Hopefully we can make that with ingots, but I don't know if we can. We'll test that out. So let's grab some of these. We'll grab some tin. These are the right ones. Hopefully. Bronze. So it is 3. Oh, it looks like we can use ingots, and we need another fire charge for this. So let's grab some of those. Now I think it was like this. Awesome. I'm glad we don't have to create dust out of any of these, because that would take an extra machine, and I'm trying to avoid that. So yeah, let's go back to our multi-servo press. Get a couple. Hang on a second. We need to make we also need to make the other alloy, which is Constantine. So this stuff is copper, nickel, fire charge. Alrighty, so copper and nickel. Was it like that? I don't know how much of this we need, but we'll grab a little bit. We do have a lot of resources here, so let's grab those out of there. And we'll go back to our multi-servo press recipe. Get a couple of these going. There's one. Okay, apparently we need more of this stuff than I thought. Or not. Maybe we're okay. Multi-servo press. Beautiful. Alright, let's hook this up. Multi-servo press. Put it around the back here. So this should be getting power now. I don't know exactly how this works, but it's got power. So, oh, it's just bronze ingots. Okay. I thought there was some conflict. Oh, I know what it, yeah, okay. Bronze ingots. Bronze ingots. It is very slow. We can speed it up with augments, but we'll just get the basics done for the time being. Alright, that'll do. Let's not go too crazy. And then we can just make the ball thingy with one of those. Wait. Okay, where was I seeing that other thing then? Oh, hang on a second. You can just craft that stuff in a crafting table. So you don't actually need the multi-servo press. I wish I'd figured that out earlier. Anyway, I guess it wasn't that expensive to make, right? So that's our ice producer. This is going to be our snowball producer here. So basically if we do this, it should start making snowballs for us. We'll turn it off for the time being because we don't have any way to export it until we connect that up to the ME system. So yeah, these are quite slow, so we probably want to make the augments for these eventually, but there's also some other stuff that I want to get made. We want to make a pulverizer for sand and gravel. We also want to make a phytogenic isolator for stuff like azalea production, which also provides oak and logs. You can also produce basically any kind of tree, logs, and saplings, and you also get stuff like apples from oak, but you don't get the leaves, I don't think, unfortunately. And there's some other really good stuff too, like if you put in warp fungus, you can get the shroomlight stem, wart block, and all of that, all basically auto produced at once. The other big thing that I want to get is the induction smelter, because that gives us the ability to craft hardened glass. And hardened glass is one thing that I want to experiment with, because I believe it is weatherproof glass. It's very, very highly blast resistant. So I want to test it out and see if it will contain the wither, because if it can, I could build a cage specifically for the wither out of hardened glass and farm it using a spawner like this one. And then I wouldn't have to go and unlock Cagerium for 27 knowledge stars. So it could potentially be really good if it is possible to contain the wither using hardened glass. So that's one thing that I do want to experiment with. So yeah, what I'm going to do, guys, is I'm going to go through and craft up all these machines. I'll show you guys the recipes real quick of the stuff that we're going to be making. So if we look at the pulverizer, this is basically blocks of flint, very, very basic. And it's also got a redstone flux coil in there, which is another one of those. Then we got some more of these copper gears, which we already know how to do, and a machine frame, which is like that. The other stuff that we're going to be making is the phytogenic isolator. Now this is a bit more expensive. It's got an echo pog and 2 black chromatic steel, and it's also got lumium gears. So lumium is basically, let's have a look here. We've got tin, silver, glowstone dust, and fire charges for that. So we should have all of that stuff here. Let's grab the silver out of here. We need some glowstone dust here. So we'll just craft a bit of that stuff up. Lumium. So tin along the top. Then it was what? Silver, glowstone dust. Just like that. So yeah, that's how we craft that stuff up. It shouldn't be too much of a problem. I should probably be cooking a little bit more of this stuff up. Let's just chuck some of this in here. And that's going to give us the phytogenic isolators. The induction smelter is the only other thing. Induction smelter. So that's this thing here. Now with this we just need sand and we need invar gear, and a blast furnace there, and this other stuff here which we've already seen. So this actually isn't too bad. What might be expensive? Let's just have a quick look here at the thermal expansion. The upgrades. So there's a couple of upgrades you can make for these machines that make them a lot faster. Let's have a look. These things here, I believe. So this one is the resonant version, but there's also like reinforced, and you can see it scales up from 2 times. This one here is 3 times, and this one here is 4 times. So this is the better one. You can make them out of the electrum, and these ones are made out of invar. So electrum is basically gold and silver, whereas the resonant ones are lead, diamond dust. Okay. So it looks like we might need the dust for that. Diamond dust. Yeah. Okay, those are going to require dust, which means we are going to actually have to get diamond dust. So yeah, we're going to need the pulverizer after all. Okay. But you guys saw the rest of the recipe there. So it's just ender pearls, diamond dust, and lead. Super, super easy. I should have a bunch of lead in here as well. The rest of the stuff is easy anyway, but to get that diamond dust, we are going to need to get ourselves a pulverizer. So with the pulverizer, I think this thing can also double ores as well, if my understanding is correct. Pulverizer. There we go. So this is just blocks of flint and copper gears. So it's not too bad at all. I think I might have mentioned that anyway. We need that for the sand and the gravel. Yeah. Okay, so that's sort of an overview of the recipes and stuff, guys. I'm not going to go through like crafting each and every one of those because I am going to need multiples. But I'll come back when I've set these up, and we'll probably look at making a couple of upgrades for the things that are going to be real slow. I'm also going to be connecting the ME system to this so that we can easily export stuff that it's producing automatically back into our storage system. And I'm not sure, but there might be some exporting to do as well from the ME system for items. I can just walk through that cable. What the heck, man? I just walk through it like it's not there. That's really strange. Anyway, yeah, I'll be back shortly when I've set this stuff up here, guys, and we'll check it out. See you soon. Okay, welcome back, guys. So as you can see behind me here, I have set up a number of the thermal expansion machines and connected them up to the ME system, the ones that needed connecting and stuff like that. I'll just explain to you guys some things that I've learned and also what these machines are actually going to do for me as well. So let's start here. So we have our pulverizer, which we've already looked at a little bit. This can create dusts and stuff like that from ingots. But you can also pulverize some other items to get stuff like gravel to sand. And they also give byproducts a lot of the time. Like here we get flint, but also sand I've got going in here at the moment because I do need extra sand for what we're going to be doing next. So that is the pulverizer. Over here I've got the induction smelter. Unfortunately, this can't replace the furnace completely because there's certain things that it's not going to actually smelt up the same way a furnace can. But it can do stuff like copper, and it gives a byproduct too a lot of the time. So here we're getting gold nuggets from smelting copper ore, which is pretty cool. Over here we got the multi-servo press, which is required to craft certain items for thermal expansion, but it's probably not going to be used a lot. I did replace the sink with a couple of water source blocks because I was trying to get a faster water pump happening. But I think really the choke point here is basically these faucets. These are the only ways I have of piping water at the moment. And they are the fastest. So that's a little bit of an issue. So I have these going into these two blast chillers here. I've actually got 3 blast chillers. This one here is for regular ice. So if we turn these on here, we'll turn on these two to start with. So as you can see, it's producing ice. I do have one hardened augment in there as well to speed it up a little bit. But there's really no point putting any extra upgrades here for speed because it's getting held back by the water being pumped in there. And as you can see, it is just keeping up with the water, I think. But if I put any faster speed upgrades in here, it would just be stopping and waiting for the water to fill back up. So this is a bit of an issue. I was actually looking through, and if I recall correctly, thermal expansion is supposed to have item ducts and fluid ducts and stuff like that, but it looks like they've taken them out completely from this mod pack. I don't understand why they would have done that, but I know that there is, for example, the pipes research that you can unlock, and this gives you basically pipes that can transfer liquid and items around. So I would need these to be able to have pipes going in and out of these. So really the only way I have of putting water in is the faucet connected directly to an adjacent water source. And I can still connect up the ME system, fortunately, for transferring items out and in. But other than that, I've had to just place a lot of these right next to each other to be able to directly connect them. So that's a bit of an issue. I don't know why they did that, but anyway, let's not get into that too much. All right, so anyway, getting back to our production here, we have ice. Now, this is reasonably slow, but the good thing about it is it doesn't take that much power, and it's just going to be continually producing and feeding into our ME system over here. So if we have a look at the ME system here, you're going to see the ice production is going to slowly ramp up. And unfortunately, you can't specifically produce packed ice or blue ice, but we'll be able to grab this out of here and manually convert it, or maybe autocraft it as well into the other two kinds of ice that we will need eventually for the well, even now it could ask for any of these ices for crafting the vault crystal. Okay, so that is our ice production done here. We also have snowball productions over here. Snowball production is a little faster, so like I said, you can put augments in to speed it up. I could probably put one in this one because it looks like it's staying on top of the water production there pretty good. In fact, I might grab one out of, what do we got here? So this is also another blast chiller, and even though it doesn't really make that much sense, well, to me anyway, you can actually feed lava in instead of water, and then it will produce very, very slowly obsidian. So next to it, I've put a magma crucible. So what this does is it will use power to turn cobblestone into lava. And then I've got it set up here to feed directly in to the blast chiller. Now, I could also use this to produce cobblestone. So this is an igneous extruder. This doesn't actually require power, which is awesome. It's basically like your own sort of infinite cobblestone generator you'd make in vanilla, except it collects the cobblestone for you. So it doesn't use up the lava or water that's inside of here, and it will just continually produce cobblestone. So while I could feed this into the ME system as well, I don't really need to. I've got thousands of cobblestone already. But if that ever became an issue, I could certainly start feeding this into the ME system. But right now, it's just feeding the cobblestone directly next to it into the magma crucible. And if we turn these on, so this is going to be producing the cobblestone. Then it's going to be feeding it into the magma crucible. The magma crucible is very slowly going to be producing lava. Now this is extremely slow, so I have put the max speed upgrades in this one. We got the resident, what is this thing even called? It's an augment anyway, upgrade augment, whatever. It's basically the maxed out one, which scales it up by 4 times, and I've got 3 of these flux linkage amplifiers. Now these do speed up the speed. They speed up the speed. They multiply the speed. Okay, so I've got 3 of these in here, but they do also increase the power usage. So if we look at, remember these over here, like these were like on like 40 RF per tick. Well, this thing is currently on 1280 RF per tick. So yeah, it's pretty power hungry. We do have plenty of power at the moment, fortunately, and it still looks like it's quite slow, but trust me, this is way faster than without any augments in here. So anyway, long story short, the magma crucible is producing lava for us, and that's directly feeding into the blast chiller over here. You can see that it is very slow in producing. In fact, I don't really need this in here because this is what's slowing it down anyway, right? But yeah, this is going to produce the obsidian for us, and so we have a good method of automating our obsidian from this. I think that this blast chiller can make I think it can make a few different things as well from what we've looked at, but the other things aren't that useful. We don't need ender pearls. We can get those from the mob farm. Blocks of redstone, we just craft those, etc. So yeah, we got our ice over here. We've got our snowballs. We might chuck that in there. Look how fast that is. That is awesome. That is awesome. But you can see that does make it a little bit more power hungry. Yeah, anyway, so we can basically run these until we've got a comfortable amount of materials, ice, snowballs, obsidian, and so forth. Over here, now these are also igneous extruders. So these can actually produce different types of blocks for you based around the blocks that are adjacent to them. So usually you'll have lava as one of the blocks adjacent to them. And then you'll have another block which could be a type of ice like packed ice, blue ice, water. Or you can have them sitting on top of a block. And that also is part of the recipe, if you like, or requirement for them to produce specific blocks. So, and the great thing about these is they don't take any power whatsoever. So these are all connected up to import buses, so they feed the blocks directly into the ME system as well. So this first one produces basalt. This one produces stone. Over here we've got, what is this one? Blackstone. This one here is deep slate, and this one here is cobbled deep slate. Now some of these I already have quite a bit of, but at least this way we can automate all of this stuff, and when we get like tons and tons of it, we can shut these off and only use them when we need to use them, which is pretty cool. Let's grab this sand out of here. So yeah, it's a pretty good setup. Now, one thing that I discovered that's a bit unfortunate is, you might remember I mentioned about the phytogenic isolator, right? If we look at the phytogenic isolator, this is essentially able to produce, like, there's 22 pages, 22 times 3, so like, 66 different things that it can automate here for you. And a lot of these are plants. There's really good ones here, like the crimson fungus. You can get all 4 blocks here, including shroom lights. Most of these I can do with botany pots, passively and very slowly already. But there's a couple of things in here that would be good, like the shroom lights, and the other thing is apples, logs, and another really big one, probably the most important one out of all of these, is the azalea production. I don't know if I'm going to find it here, but yeah, this one here. So basically you can get the flowering azaleas from the phytogenic isolator. Now there's no way to farm these otherwise, unless you do it manually, or you can use Botania, which we don't have unlocked. So the problem is, I thought it was going to be part of the thermal expansion research, because it's obviously one of these machines that you get with thermal expansion. But in this particular mod pack, they in their infinite wisdom, they've decided to unlock it behind a specific research. So the only thing you get with this research is that one machine, the phytogenic insulator. And keep in mind, we spent 4 knowledge stars to unlock thermal expansion. Well, just for this one machine, the phytogenic insulator, it's 26 knowledge stars. Now, admittedly, that is because I've already taken 2 researchers in here, but that is quite a lot for one machine, when I could be getting Cagerium for 27. And Botania is 18 at the moment for me as well. So yeah, I'm not sure I'm going to do that. I'm going to have to decide whether I want to do Botania later, because I will probably take out Create. So Botania is going to be really expensive. But then again, I'm also thinking of whether I might need to take Cagerium. So yeah, that's just a little bit of an update on that. So we can't craft the phytogenic isolators, unfortunately. But again, there's only like really 1 or 2 things that I'd want to produce with those anyhow. But now we can get a steady supply of passive ice coming in and stuff like that. So that's really cool. Now, one other thing that I do want to test out, and this is going to be a little bit on the dangerous side, This is going to be, let's just put some more gravel in that pulverizer actually. As I was talking about earlier, I do want to test out the hardened glass. So there's two different recipes for hardened glass. You can either make hardened glass using fire charges, this recipe here. And I've almost run out of fire charges because to craft a lot of this stuff, the alloys and stuff like that I had to make these, that requires fire charges. So I had quite a lot. I had about 150, but I went through nearly all of them. And even with trading with piglins for a while, I've realized it's just going to take too long to get enough fire charges for what I need. So we would need about 200. I've got 16 at the moment. Yeah. So forget that, right? I've been trying to get gold for trading with the piglins, but there's actually a second recipe I've realized for hardened glass. So hardened glass is a thermal expansion material, but you can actually also make it with the induction smelter, and all you need is nether quartz, obsidian, and sand, and that gives you 2 hardened glass. Now I am going to need something like 460 odd hardened glass for the test that I want to do. But we should be able to get it done with this, right? So we'll need about 200, let's say 240 of each of these. So yeah, we are going to grab these. What's that? 180. So that's 200. That's about right there. So let's say 4 stacks. Fortunately, I've got a fair bit of this. And let's just put that away. So the sand was one thing that I was a little bit short on, but I did manage to get some more produced for us. So we'll grab 2, 3. Actually, let's try and use the red sand for this. 4 stacks of that. So this could take a while, but we're going to be chucking these in to our induction smelter here. Have I got the recipe right? Let's have a look here. Hardened glass, quartz, obsidian, sand. Quartz, obsidian, sand. Okay, it doesn't... Oh, that's sandstone. Hang on. I got the wrong stuff. I got the wrong stuff. No wonder I had so much of it. Okay, so this is the red sand. We'll grab some backup regular sand here. But you can use either. It doesn't really matter. Let's chuck that in there. So yeah, this could take a while. We're going to smelt up all of our hardened glass, guys. And then what I'm going to try to do is we're going to get the materials that we need to make a wither. And we're going to be... we're going to be creating a wither, spawning him inside a cube of hardened glass. Because I want to see if we can contain the wither safely. If we can, then we can farm him, and maybe even set up a spawner specifically for the wither, which would be awesome, because then we can produce nether stars whenever we want. And nether stars are an item that you can potentially get asked for from the vault altar to craft a crystal in the higher levels. So I'm a little bit worried about that, because at the moment we don't really have a great way of getting it safely and easily, other than like risking our lives or potentially destroying the base trying to fight the wither the old school way. But yeah, this is obviously going to take a while. In fact, I might just chuck the augments in here just to speed this up. It is going to take a lot of not that much power. Okay, that's a lot faster. Look at that. That is amazing. But it'll still take a little bit of time to get 4 stacks of this done. So we'll be back shortly, guys. And then we'll be testing this out against the Wither. Alright, I now have all the hardened glass that we'll need to build a cage for the Wither. And I've got enough materials here to make a couple of Withers as well to spawn those guys in. So yeah, I've also remembered to wear my elytra this time in case we fall off. But where we're going to do this is going to be the nether again. So we'll go over to the piglin farm here. Let's just clear this out real quick of the junky stuff. I probably need a bigger storage or some sort of voiding mechanism here to get rid of the junk. But yeah, anyway, let's just grab that out of there. Chuck this in here. And sounds like there's a ghast out there as well. Uh-oh. Where are you, Ghast? I'm coming for you. Eventually. Where is it? Where did it go? I gotta be careful here that I don't lose too much altitude. There we go. Alright. Dealt with. That was actually, I believe, the original intent of this platform was to be able to farm ghasts. So yeah, anyway, we're going to build a structure approximately the same shape as my existing mob farm. Hopefully we can manage this here. 2, 3, 4, 5. I need these guys out of the way. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Look at that! Perfect! It's exactly 11 squares, so that works out nicely. 11 square on the inside, so hopefully we can pick this up without breaking it. I think I have silk touch, so... Oh wow! This is extremely hard! Extremely hard, as you expect. Alright, we'll just use that as a corner block there. Okay, I've built a cube here out of the hardened glass. This is the exact dimensions as my current mob spawner. So we should get a pretty good test out of this. I think that's the center there. So the mob spawner itself would be this block right here. And essentially we would be spawning in groups of withers. So this is going to be an important test to see whether we can contain them here or not. Okay, let's hide back here. Okay, it's still contained. This is good. Try and get it low health. So far, so good. Okay. Well, it seems like this glass is actually completely witherproof. Okay, here we go. The double wither spawn test. It's about to be started. Let's go. 2 withers at once. Here we go. Boom. Alright, this is good. Stuff's taking damage. And they just instantly melt when I do the lightning arrow. Okay, well this is good. The blast upgrade apparently is pretty good. Is pretty substantial, and this hasn't taken any damage either. All of this is fine. So to me, it looks like we could probably set this up safely inside the base. There may be some concerns with blocks outside the cage getting blown up, like down here. So I'm gonna have to pick an isolated area for this farm, I think, and I'm gonna have to be careful as far as the blocks I put near it. Alright, well, I'm going to call that a successful test. We learned a lot from that. So what I'm going to do now, guys, is I'm going to build something similar to this back at my base. I'm going to have to pick a good spot for it. I'd like to put it next to the other spawner somewhere, but we're going to have to just be wary of other blocks potentially getting destroyed in the vicinity. So we'll see what works, but I'll be back shortly to show you guys when I've set it up. Welcome back, guys. So I've spent a bit of time setting up a wither spawner, and I think it's turned out pretty good actually. After a little bit more testing and some experimentation, I'll show you guys what I've come up with here. So this is it right here. We have a new mob farmer up here. And yeah, this one is basically built to contain the wither, and I'm also going to be using it to farm creepers as well, a little bit more safely. So yeah, essentially it's a cube made of hardened glass, and I've even built another cube of hardened glass around the spawner itself. Because after a little bit more testing, I found that sometimes the spawner does actually get blasted by the withers, and what happens is it doesn't actually get destroyed, but it does drop as an item on the ground. So for that reason, I've tried to protect it a little bit more and encase it completely in hardened glass. We'll see how I go with that. Worst case scenario, it's going to get sucked up with the loot, and I'm just going to have to stick it back in place there. But we'll see what happens with that. The other thing that I forgot to test over there in the nether is the plates here. And they do actually get destroyed by the wither. I experimented a little bit with water in the corners, trying to use that as a method to push the wither towards the actuator thingies here, but basically do the killing. Activators, not actuators. But believe it or not, the withers actually can blow up the water source. It's pretty crazy. So they're no good either. So instead, what I've done is these little boxes here. Except for the middle one. The middle one is got the vacuum augments on it, so it sucks up the nether stars and the loot and stuff like that, and the experience. But all the ones around the outside, there's actually 8 of them in total. These are the activators that are going to be swinging the swords to kill the withers. So I put 4 in the corners, which is where the withers seem to sort of gather, and then 4 towards the center. So yeah, this seems to get the job done. I mean, every now and then I might end up getting a mob that's just standing like in a spot where it's not getting hit, but so far it's been working pretty good for me. And I also built this out a little bit more so there weren't any gaps in the corners kind of thing. So hopefully that stops any blocks getting destroyed outside of the hardened glass cage. So far I haven't seen any blocks getting destroyed outside of here. So obviously I've spaced it in the middle of the area here and stuff like that to help a little bit to prevent that as well. But anyway, so Yeah, it's basically set up the same way that this one is set up, with the modular router over here underneath this lever, and this pulls the eggs out of here, sends them into the spawner there, and then when I'm done, I flick the lever again and it pulls them back out and puts them into this chest. And the modular router in the center here has got the vacuum module, and this is sending the loot over to this chest, which is going into the ME system. Also, I did end up putting in an XP vacuum module there. Not that I need the XP, but it might help with lag if the XP is not just gathering on the ground there. And yeah, the sender module sends it over there to that chest that I just mentioned. So I got some upgrades in there too for, very importantly, the blast upgrade in all of these is super important. I managed to get some fairly decent swords in there as well, which is good. So yeah, that's basically this setup. So I'll show you guys a demonstration here. We'll start with the creepers. So creepers, spawn them in. You'll see they pretty much get killed instantly, even though there's no plates or anything like that. They pretty much get killed anyway. So it's actually pretty good. I'm interested to see if I can figure out a way to alter this so I can get potentially some music discs, or I might have to build something separate for that. But anyway, so that's the creepers. I can actually farm them over in this thing if I use the portable cat. They don't blow up very often, but sometimes they do, and it can be quite bad if that happens over in that one. Anyway, we'll try out the withers now. So this is the big one, and let's spawn a bunch of them in here. That should be enough. And you can see they're getting killed pretty quickly, actually. So it works pretty well, and that's it. They're all dead. So I don't know how many I spawned in there, but it was quite a few. And yeah, there's no blocks destroyed. All of these modular routers are still here. Even these exterior blocks are okay. So yeah, this is going to be a really awesome way to get nether stars on demand. And yeah, I'm pretty happy with how it turned out, actually. So we shouldn't have any nether star problems going forwards. And the good thing about that is, if this hadn't worked very well, then I would probably have had to have taken out Cagerium at some point in the future. Because this, with this, you can basically farm withers passively in a single block. But this is 27 research knowledge stars. So yeah, I'm really glad that this turned out good, because it means I can use those on something else that are, that would be preferable. So yeah, that's pretty much our tinkering with thermal expansion done for today, guys. What we might do to end the episode is we might actually run one of these chaos catalysts on a crystal. So we'll grab our crystal off here, and yeah, hopefully we can get some catalyst fragments. Actually, I'm not sure we will with this, right? Because this is going to modify the crystal as well. Oh, I didn't think of that. So we won't be getting any catalyst fragments with this either. So actually, you know what? We might save that. We might actually save those for another time, because I really, really need catalyst fragments. I've only got one catalyst fragment here, which is not great. And I'd really like to get an absolute ton of them so that I can set up a vault with an echo, with a void theme, and then we can get tons of echo, because we are going to need tons of echo to be able to make our vault tools once we hit 90. Yeah, sorry about that, guys. So I got you guys hyped up for a chaos vault, but we are going to run a regular old vault. We're not going to be putting anything on this thing. We're not going to be putting soul flames on it, nothing. We're just going to be running it and basically going for a ton of loot. So let's get our gear together, guys, and then we'll jump into the vault. I'll see you guys shortly. Okay, time to jump into the vault, guys. I'm going to try out the prismatic feather for the first time, and we've got Tenos necklace as well for extra quantity, since I want a large quantity of those catalyst fragments. Okay, we have an elixir vault. Cool. Just looks like a normal sort of vault. Nothing too crazy. Hopefully we can focus on wooden chests. We'll see what happens, but let's just wait for the vault to load in. Okay, hopefully we're good to go. Let's head on through, see what this vault has to offer. And hopefully we get a lot of elixir from wooden chests. Usually you don't, but, you know, here's hoping. So coins are really, really good. Good to know. Let's just get the rest of these then. Is there any up top here? Wow, it's really weird getting used to the prismatic feather. It seems like it gives me a little bit of a higher regular jump as well. Although, I don't think it said that on the actual trinket, but... Well, let's just spawn them all in down here. There's a vendor over there we'll check out later. Just get these guys involved. And we have a Tenos challenge as well. That could be very, very interesting, since we are focused on Tenos at the moment. I feel like my resistances are a little bit on the low side right now. Kill tank mobs, okay. I'll try my best. Hopefully there's some tank mobs in the mix here. There usually is a couple, I don't know. There's a lot of mobs involved there. I don't think there was any tank mobs, unfortunately, but we'll see what we can rustle up for old Tenos in some of the other rooms after this one. Maybe even upstairs. But 8 shouldn't be too hard at all, unless I get really, really unlucky. Get that. Nice. What else do we got down here? How are you not dead, crab? Alrighty, I think that's about all the loot there's to be had, except for maybe these ones up here, which we can just about triple jump to if I can stop getting hit by these idiots. They're out for blood. There we go. Okay. Just take a swig of this, get some health back. And, oh, did we check out the vendor? I don't think we did. Let's, where was it? Back here somewhere. Where was the vendor? Man, that guy hits pretty hard. Where did I see it? There it is. Yeah, nothing good, unfortunately. Alright, let's go find these 8 tank mobs for Tenos. We've got 7 minutes to get it done. We'll have a look up top as well. No tanks. Is something through that wall? Just have a look over here. These are also not tank mobs, but there's a lot of wooden chests here that I'm kind of interested in hitting, so we'll get these. That's just about all of them. Those are not tanks either. Okay, we might actually head to the next room and see what's crack-a-lackin' through here. Just block those guys off. Have we got any tanks? Oh, we got that annoying prawn thing or whatever it is. It sets you on fire. Okay, no tanks there either. Ouch. I might have got unlucky with my RNG. Let's have a look up top here. If I can get up there. Gotta be some stairs somewhere. What do the tanks even look like in this theme? Oh yeah, that's right, they're the big fish fellas. Fish dudes. Those are not tanks. Damn, not a single tank? What the heck, dude? It's pretty good. You can just like jump over everything with this prismatic feather. I'm liking that. Okay, here's 2 tanks. Oh, 1.5. No, one tank. I don't know if the heart counts as a tank mod. Oh well, we'll take him out. Oh, I think he did count actually. So that's pretty cool. Something inside the wall over here. Let's have a look. Oh, it's just you. Okay. We'll take a look up top, I guess. Okay, we got a couple of tanks over here. I don't have my storm arrow up, unfortunately. There we go. So we only need 4 more. We've only got 3 minutes though. Not tanks. One of those guys. Those guys are assassins. Let's go this way. Taking a lot of damage right now. I don't have a big pool of health at the moment with this setup. Let's try and get that. Takes a bit of getting used to having the floaty sort of jumping. Lucky hit. Right, we need 4 tanks pronto. Let's see if we can spawn some in here. This is going to be risky, but we'll see how we go. There's 2. Nice. I'm going to have to zap him over here because that guy's stuck in the water. And we just need 2 more in a minute and a half. Get a little bit lucky here. Those are not tanks. Those are not tanks. Let's go this way. Got a minute left. I might have come from this direction already. I think. go through this way. 44 seconds. No. Oh, here we go. At least one tank here in the mix. Okay, just this guy here. God damn it. Fall! Fall down! There it is. Oh, we got the rep point. That is massive. Holy cow. I thought I was going to run out of time there. That is crazy good. Woo, baby. All right. I lost track of what direction we were going in as well, but we might head east. See what amazing loot they're hiding up here. Oh, we got another Tenos. Mine vault ores. Okay. So we might be looking for an ore room. Might be able to get that one done. At least there's no creepers in this vault. Mine vault ores 37. That one's not too bad actually, because they're not the unique. It's not the unique ores challenge. So we can literally just find any kind of ore. But we do have to find ores of some description. So let's go this way and we'll see if we can't find ourselves an ore room or two in the last 8 minutes. What do we got here? I don't think this is an ore room. No, it's not. We'll probably have to make our way back to the portal, which is something I'm a little bit concerned about at some point. Okay. Let's check this one. This is challenging difficulty. Spiders? I don't know where those other spiders spawned in, but it's got me concerned. Let's just get out of here. Just get out of here. This is not what we want anyway. We want ores. So we'll just go this way and hope for the best. As always, RNG. There's no ores there. We might turn left at the next room, just because it's going to take us back towards the portal again. Let's have a look down here. This is looking hopeful. Is this ores? No, it is not ores, but we do have some assassin mobs in here. Probably hit the trigger a little bit too quickly on that storm arrow, to be honest. Never mind. Wow, there's not a lot down here. What the heck? I don't know what's going on with this room. I was going to turn left, wasn't I? Never mind. Next room, we'll turn left. This is also not ores. 37 is quite a lot, but I think it's doable with the right room or two. Let's keep going this way. We actually have to turn right, I think. Let's keep moving. 7 minutes. Oh, it's beautiful. Alrighty, let's just spawn these guys in. Get everyone on the same page here. Lots of ores here too. This is good. This is very good. Those poison novas just instantly nuked everyone. That was so good. $33 of 37 already. That's crazy. That's all the PIs we had down here. So we'll head up top. Should be at least 1 or 2 PIs up here for me. There we go. Okay, we completed the challenge, but we did not get the rep point, sadly. Did get quite a lot of elixir though, when we're at the halfway point with 5 minutes left. Feel like we're behind the portal somehow. Yep, that's it there, I think. But we're relatively close to it anyway. Oh, we got our crystal caverns over here. Oh, there's some echo right there. Yes, please. I think we zeroed it. So that sucks. Oh well. These things happen. Good old RNG kicking in again. Oh no, we're all the way behind it. Oh, that's not great. We should be able to make it though. It's just going to be further than expected. Yep, here we are. Let's go. Alrighty. We got a little bit over half the elixir, but hopefully we got a lot of the catalyst fragments, and we got a rep point, so that's pretty cool. Alright, I'll go down and de-loot, guys, and then we'll check out the loot we got. Alright, it is loot time, guys. We have our 2 bounties to open. No completion crates, sadly, but we have the rest of our loot over here in the colossal chest. So let's crack open our bounties here and see what we get. We got some Eyes of Avarice. I can't even remember what these are for, to be honest. But anyway, we got some Eyes of Avarice. Pretty good axing jewel there. Fair chunk of knowledge essence, which is always good. A little bit of silver. And we'll have a look at our backpack loot. So let's see what we got here. We got an unidentified regal charm. We only got 8 catalyst fragments from that whole vault. I really hope they buff those numbers or add back in the full catalyst, because that's just horrendous. Anyway, what else do we get? Some relic booster packs there. Let's have a look here. I don't... Oh yeah, look at that. We got 12 echo. That's amazingly good, actually. Some jewels there we'll have a look at in a second. Fair bit of knowledge essence. Bit over a stack. Not too bad. Apart from that, Not seeing too much sort of crazy loot here, but I guess sometimes you just got to grind. We do need a lot of plating, so that's pretty nice as well. So I'm just going to put away some of these focuses and stuff like that. And then we'll take a look at the jewels and we'll take a look at the vault gear as well. Alright, so let's take a look at the jewels to start with here. So keep in mind we are going to be needing to save up some really good jewels for our set when we get to level 90. It will probably take a while to get there, but it's going to be good to have a bunch of jewels ready to go for that moment. I think that's all the jewels there. Let's just go through them real quick. Reach, too big. That's pretty good mining speed, durability. Reach, mining speed. I might hang on to it. It's not the greatest though. Durability there. Reach. Reach, we'll get rid of that. Actually, that might be okay for a vanilla tool. Item quantity. Copiously shoveling. Durability. Item rarity. It's an interesting one, actually. Shoveling. Okay. Yeah, we'll hang on to that one. Durability, it's too big. Shoveling reach. Copiously there. It's only 1%, but still. Get rid of that. Rarity, mining speed. That's not bad. Copiously quantity. That's a weird one. And vanilla immortality. Actually, most of those are probably worth hanging on to. I just want to check over here. So we had... Where was it? This one here, the copiously shoveling durability. What was my shoveling one? It was this one, which had reach on it. Yeah, this one's better, isn't it? So we didn't really get anything. 6.7 mining speed's not bad. But I've got some pretty good jewels on here already, so let's just put these away. Okay, we have some vault gear in here as well. We'll grab that out of here. And roll this pretty quickly. Not as much as we usually get from the Paradox Vault. Okay, oh, we got a new transmog, the Goat Helmet. And this has ability power, 20 armor, health knockback resist. I guess we'll hang on to it. Some boots there. Sort of okay. And we also rolled the charm, which is Iduna. 35%. That's a pretty big. It's a pretty big one right there. Chuck that in there. But yeah, we got in double digits, guys, with Tenos, so we can actually buy another Tenos room at some point. I don't think there are any like really great ones available for me at the moment to buy, but at the very least we can open up a new room with potentially up to 3 new doors for us to check out. And that's pretty much it. So we'll flush the rest of that stuff through there, and we will recycle here. Okay, let's see what we get out of these mystery eggs. We got creeper. No, it's parrot. Looks a bit like the creeper. We got a bee, and we got a chicken. Put the parrot up in here. I do want to spawn some parrots at some point. Put those in there. I don't know why the turtle is so rare, but it's definitely in there though. It's definitely an egg that you can get, because it's this one right here. It's this speckled looking green and white one, but I don't think I've ever gotten it. It's just ridiculous. Anyway, let's see if we get anything out of these booster packs. Ooh, dragon tail. Let's have a look over here at the old dragon set. That is a new piece for the dragon set, actually. So we've only got one more piece from the dragon set to find. Then we can complete that one. That one's been one of the rarer ones to get a hold of. That's pretty awesome. So the claw. I think we got to find the claw. All right, let's see what we get out of these mod box. We might even get something for thermal expansion here if we get lucky. Nope. We did get a storage upgrade though, which I might put over here. Oh no, we got a sawmill. Okay, interesting. So I'll put that over here because I am starting to run out of space with the snowballs. And we got some upgrade templates, which are always useful. So what is this sawmill? This is... What is this? I didn't really check out what this thing does, but let's have a look here. Does it just make planks? Sawmill. So it gives us a byproduct of sawdust. Slices up melons. So it just basically turns logs into planks. But what's the sawdust used for? Block of sawdust. That does not seem like the most useful item in the world. Is this a decorative block? Like, what is the function? I don't know. I don't know what the function is of this. I can't see myself using this. Maybe you get more planks. It might increase the planks you get or something like that from your logs, but I don't really need to worry about that. I don't think. We might as well cook some more of this stuff up. Okay, guys, well, that is... Oh, let me just double check this. We want to get the correct type of tin, which is that type. But yeah, that is pretty much it for this episode. I hope you're enjoying this series, guys. We're getting into the late game now. That is for sure. But I'm really happy with how the wither spawner turned out. I honestly had some doubts as to whether it was going to be feasible because of the nature of how the withers attacks work. They usually just delete blocks regardless of how hard they are. But it looks like those hardened glass blocks are actually completely witherproof. So that's awesome. We can get nether stars whenever we want now. Really, really cool. But anyway, guys, that's where we'll leave it for today. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching.